basketball fans, what is up? And welcome to another episode of the All Basketball Podcast, where debates often take place. And once again, I'm your host, Maurice Dixon, coming to you on February 18th, where and the All-Star game is about to tip off. Back to the East versus West format, and pretty sure there's going to be some exciting things. Maybe something you've never seen, maybe something you've seen before. We're just hoping there's some resistance at the rim or resistance during the game, just not guys out there hoisting threes from half court, nobody playing defense. Resistance is always good. Competition is always good, and they need to bring that back to the All-Star game. But on the show, I got with me Cornelius, who's been with us plenty of times, and a new guest from the Sports Roundtable show in Atlanta. You can find it on Facebook, Spotify. On Facebook, definitely every Wednesday. We got the host, Horace, been the brains behind the Sports Roundtable show for a long time. Horace, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, man. So we're about, most teams are 55 games to the 82 game season. All-Star break. So how are you? What are some of your expectations the rest of the way for who do you think is a contender, who isn't a contender?
I'm still liking Minnesota as a contender that's surprising some folks, but you know, we blink our eyes and look up, and now the LA Clippers are playing crazy good. Russell Westbrook has settled into that coming off the bench role, and James Harden has figured this thing out, I guess, going back out west. And as long as they can stay healthy, they gonna be a hard out for a lot of teams because they can still play defense. They got Kawhi, Paul George, the big guy in the middle, Zobek. And I think that, you know, the Clippers, I say Minnesota and the Clippers are two teams that I'm watching. But Denver, you know, being the champions, I think champions are champions right now. And I think it's going to be hard to see them fade or whatever the case may be. I think right now they're in the fourth spot, but once they get in the playoffs, I think they have this the San Antonio kind of mantra. As long as you get me to the playoffs, then I'm good. Then I think they go turn it up as they need to be. So I like them three teams in the West. I'm still not kind of trusting Philadelphia in the East.
Wouldn't trust them either.
Yeah, I'm not really trusting Philadelphia in the East. Now I will say this: Embiid is really turning it up. But I think he's hurt right now, though. But I think he's turning it up, and Maxey has found his rhythm once Harden got away from there. He's found his rhythm. I think the Celtics, you know, have we really figured out, have Tatum and Brown figured this thing out yet? I think that's the most important thing that I'm looking at going down the stretch. Have they found their rhythm to where they can actually win a title? And another thing is, have Dame and Giannis found their rhythm in Milwaukee? You know, the names on paper can look good, but chemistry and balance and rhythm and all that matters in basketball. So those two things I'll be looking at in the East. Milwaukee and Boston, have those two stars figured out how to play with each other. The surprise to me would be I can't believe I'm saying this, but the New York Knicks play defense. I think they're old school team that plays defense, and if they can never find a third scorer, I think they'll be a hard out to play.
Yeah, they the Knicks, I see second round as high as they go unless things break for them right. Don't trust Julius Randle at all in the playoffs. Numbers
Right.
fall off like crazy. Now I do think it's good they got another guy in there, Bogdanovich, but he's not a superstar, like good role player, give you 20 points. Now Brunson is the truth. MVP candidate as well. I just don't know if they have enough star power when it comes down to, I don't know how the matchup shake out, but they second round, maybe tough series, they push it to 7, but I don't see them or Cleveland. I see both them or Cleveland probably topping out second round, but I guess somebody will have to maybe break through.
Right.
Yeah, Milwaukee got some issues. Bad loss entering the All-Star break. You losing to backups for Memphis. That's just, but the crazy thing is you have those, if you look back on the history of the game, it's always like that last night before the All-Star break, somebody will just come out there and get blasted. But then it won't even affect the last 30 or so games during the season because they just kind of like, man, we ready to go on All-Star break.
Right.
They thought they was going to beat them dudes. I mean, probably don't even know most of the dudes, honestly. Okay, you let them hang around. The dude, Gigi Jackson, get hot. They play hard. They win at home. You're like, okay. But the fact that Doc Rivers, since he came there, is 3-7 in the last 10. Not good. Dame's not shooting well.
Right.
But they obviously play up to the competition. So I still see anybody. It's gonna be, I would say I would give Boston a chance to beat Milwaukee, Miami, because of the history, but they got them last year. And if you look back at the history, the time they got them before in the bubble, on the way they tied the next year, Milwaukee came back and swept Miami. But they can still be a threat, obviously. And then, but Indiana, they're a bad matchup. Now they don't play in the defense, but Game 7, say you get a couple of things that go your way here or there. You flip, and you're putting all the offensive pressure on them. When it's a bad matchup, it's a bad matchup. I mean, back in 2009, they put the commercials out there. Kobe and LeBron gonna meet in the finals, the Lakers and the Cavs. Who stopped that? Orlando. What, they won 3 or 4 meetings against Cleveland during that season. It was a bad matchup. And we've seen how bad matchups, same thing with Dallas and the We Believe Warriors and Golden State. Just a bad matchup. And if you can't figure it out, it's just, you're done. You're not going to win. So, yeah, but I still got Milwaukee. A lot of people, I was in the barbershop arguing up yesterday. I wish Joe was on here. I don't know where he is, but a lot of people don't believe in Boston. But I think they're gonna be straight. I mean, they're still young. They added some good pieces. Porzingis, Holiday, Derek White plays well. Yeah, Tatum, he's up and down. But when you look at his numbers, I mean, it's still daggone good. I mean, 27, shooting almost I guess about 45%, 35 from 3. He just has those streaky moments, but and I can understand why people don't trust them, but the season they're having, I mean, unless they do like the Phoenix Suns did a few years ago when they came out on fire after that finals visit and Dallas beat them, I think Boston is a good chance.
They got a 782 winning percentage right there in the league, the best in the East for sure.
Yeah,
the best in the league. They got a better record than anybody in the league. So
yeah, and I don't man, we were chopping up. They were like, Okay, Tatum is consistent, but he's not getting the MVP pub. But they gave Embiid MVP pub, but Tatum played better than Embiid in the playoffs. Tatum's been further, but Tatum they got the best record this year. But I can understand Anthony Edwards, Shea Gilgeous, Jokic and Giannis ain't doing anything special to me, but I guess they're gonna get MVP votes based on what the writers think. But I'm just like, that this guy Tatum, I mean, he's never. I mean, I guess he got to score more points. I don't know. He got the best record, man.
He got to win the title. Go ahead and set him up.
So you said win a title and then they'll bless him the next year.
If he win a title, then a lot of this will go away. But they got to figure out. Him and Brown got to figure out. Because they have to balance. They have to balance that tandem. With him and Brown, Brown trying to prove he's worth being the highest paid in the league. Tatum trying to still prove that, maybe I can get more than what you get. I mean, it's just, but can you balance all that and still play team basketball? Can you do all that and still play and do what's best for the team?
Well, I think, looking at the stats, Jaylen Brown averaging 22, so he's playing like the second guy. And you have White step in, so I think the hierarchy is in order. I guess it's just a matter of, is this tandem going to work to get them a championship? They got the finals,
that's what I'm saying. So like, it's cool to have the best record in the regular season, but in the playoffs, are you going to be consistent enough? Can we trust you enough to maintain that hierarchy throughout the playoffs? Because you done been to they done been to the finals, 3 out of the last 5 years?
No, it's been more than that. You mean conference finals?
Yeah.
It's been like 4 out of 6.
5 out of 6. See what I'm saying? So yeah, so the regular season is cool. Okay, let's throw that away. Can you be consistent in the playoff with the hierarchy that you have, with everybody knowing their role and everybody in balance with what's going on? Can you do that in the playoff when it actually matters? That's how you gain the trust.
Yeah, I think they've done. Go ahead, Cornelius.
That's why I think Golden State playing around.
They're done, man.
If it's a money issue, I get it, but you got a core of 3 people that know how to do it, but you gotta retool with those defensive players. Just kind of put a roster together that can compete. But now can't step. I think they're gonna run out of time. I think they face a couple pieces because they're another team that just needs supposed to have the right roster.
Who you talking about?
Golden State.
They're done, man. It's been a good run. Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm saying, like, they got Durant. That kind of, because they were kind of done before then.
No, they were in their prime.
I think without Durant,
Hey, you breaking up? Say what?
I think without Durant, like it'd have been a better chance to beat them.
Well, hold on. Before we go back in time, hold up. So no, because remember they've won in the 15, 16. They choked the finals, but then after that they was in prime position to go right back.
But that's what I'm saying. That's when they got KD.
Right. So they became. You pretty much invincible at that point. Like, okay, it's not even fair. It's a foregone conclusion. Unless they get injuries, they're gonna win. For most
so what
part,
I'm saying, to me, KD is he guaranteed to get a couple more championships. So I'm not saying you can get a talent like KD, but they don't have to be this bad.
They don't have what?
They don't have to be as bad as they can. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're trying to get a couple more titles, you're trying to get 1 or 2 more, I would have done something. I would have done something to be competitive right now.
But they did. I mean, remember the young guys didn't work out, and now Klay Thompson kept getting hurt, and now Klay Thompson is washed up as a starter. So I mean, it's he's not. Yeah, he had 35 off the bench the other night, but as a starter, he's not producing. So that's one person. Jordan Poole get knocked out. That changes the whole thing. They have to ship him out.
Right.
So
unfortunate.
I mean, you got Podziemski playing well, but then now you're too small. Everybody's shooting threes. You don't do anything differently. So, and you're older. So it's kind of like.
That's why I said I felt like KD, like you said, put him over the top, get in the shot. So, like, if the three is not dropping, then they're cooked. But I know they're kind of out of the picture. But that's my team.
Yeah, let me hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so Horace, yeah, they've been in the conference finals since 16-17. They went 2 straight conference finals, lost in the East semis. Conference finals again, lost in the finals, lost in the conference finals. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 5 out of the last 7 seasons. Yeah.
5 out of 7.
Yeah, well, counting this season, we don't know yet, but pretty much, they've been there 5 times. So, I mean, they're right there. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So being right there isn't enough for us to trust you. That's like.
I still think. I mean, Tatum's 25. I mean, people for an MVP, I think it is because he got the numbers. Yeah, he came into a pretty good team, but he don't have. When you look at the history of the game, most people, except like Wade, Kobe, Bird, Magic, when they came in, most people don't have another superstar with them, so they kind of got to build up, like take some lumps, and then by that age, 27, 28, people start winning championships. Even Jokic, I mean, that's when he got his first title. So Tatum's still young, even though they've been so good early. So he still kind of takes some bumps, but then he does play inconsistently sometimes. So, but I mean, heck, they was on the verge of being eliminated by Philly last year. He was off, and he caught fire, like saved the day.
Yeah, he did.
And then,
but what I'm saying, can we trust them to have balance in the Eastern Conference Finals, not just with Tatum, but with Brown and the third scorer Porzingis? This is the first year Porzingis is the stage gonna be too big for him? Holiday has the experience. He's been to the playoffs. He's a champion, so that will help. But at the same time, this is the first time they would have been playing in the playoffs with this group. So that's the thing. Regular season looks fine, but can you playoffs a whole lot different? It's to slow it down. Can you operate your half-court offense just as efficient as need be?
I think with addition to Holiday, I think they can. If he can get Tatum and Brown in the right positions, them having a more I would say a wiser, more true point guard. I mean, I know they got that with Smart, but sometimes Smart would shoot too much. I mean, you get somebody coaching staff, get Tatum to stop jacking up so many threes, get in the mid-range. But then, I mean, they also have to worry about Miami too. Like, they just present a problem. I mean, that's probably when it comes down to coaching. They don't have Udoka there. They have Mazzulla. He just, from what I know, I mean, he just like, we need to shoot a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
Because if they hit them threes, I mean, they run you out the building. That's been proven.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna always. You can't bank on that.
That's true.
But I think.
Well, I'm not saying that they can't. What I'm saying is they just got to do it and prove it to us to see.
They do.
Yeah.
And Porzingis, if he don't get hurt, I know he's one of those players, but I mean, he's fourth option. I mean, that can be icing on the cake. I mean, if he on, I guess those guys are gonna have to figure out if whoever's on, give him the ball.
Now let me ask you this: with a better coach, could they have had a ring by now?
Yeah.
If Doc
probably.
Rivers had this team, would they have, well, maybe not in game 6 because Doc Rivers don't seem to coach in game 6. But I'm just saying, somebody of that caliber. I mean, I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah, like a Ty Lue or probably, yeah, because you can speak to the guy.
This guy just doesn't have the experience.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody that has playoff experience, done won a championship, things of that nature. If he was the head coach of Boston, could they have already won the ring by now?
I probably say yeah, because you have to have somebody who can because the main problem has been Milwaukee's been their way too, but Miami. So if you get that miraculous play in Miami last year to force Game 7, but then Tatum turned his ankle. I think people gave him flack on that, but I'm like, he turned his ankle. I mean, but didn't have a good game, but then y'all get whipped at home. So if you have the coach, to counter what Spoelstra's doing, then probably, yeah, because experience is, I mean, critical.
For sure. Yeah, experience counts in players and in coaching as well. So let's not let that slide. Coaching experience really matters just as well as player experience.
Yeah, so because I mean, you say if they still had Udoka, would he probably get him over the hump? Probably so. I mean, he went there. They took their lumps against Golden State. Had a lead in the series.
Mm-hmm.
You come back, maybe. Right. Cornelius, what kind of outlook you got on these teams? Like top teams. Who do you believe in? Don't believe in? Got some new top teams at the top. In each conference.
I like Minnesota. It's just gonna come down to how they respond in the playoffs. It's this tough in the West. You still got Denver. Phoenix, LA. So I'm more with the champs right now until further notice. But I would love to see Minnesota's young. So I would love to see if they could get it going and see start to make their bones and make their put themselves on the map as maybe the next upcoming young group. As far as the East, Boston, I think still has something to prove, which is like the brother said, see if they can put it together, in the playoffs. But they've got experience. I think at certain Brown, Tatum and Brown taking that accountability to kind of say, okay, lead them. Let's not make the same mistakes. Let's kind of keep growing. And they do, because they're young, they do have a couple years out. And but Milwaukee, same thing. See if they can figure out their. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, Minnesota defense is there. I don't know if I like Anthony Edwards. I don't know if I trust Towns. I mean, he don't play very smart most of the time. But he's definitely taking a backseat to Ant-Man, so I guess that's a good thing. Now their defense is key, and they played Denver tough last year, so I would say I trust them a little more than OKC. OKC just hasn't had. I mean, they're young, yeah, they're exciting, but they don't have any experience. So, Phoenix, it's all about health. Now you got Bill out with a hamstring. It was just like a matter of time. The Clippers, I only trust Kawhi. Can't really stand James Harden the way he plays. Don't trust him, but as the third best player, I think he's right where he needs to be.
Okay.
Then it's a matter of Paul George. I mean, being consistent enough. They got the coach. They got good complementary players to help them. It's just really all about health. So I guess if they can stay healthy, I don't know how they've been matching up against Denver, but I know they've been one of the hottest teams lately, but it's just like after Kawhi got hurt last year in the playoffs, it was just like, man, maybe you just need to maybe it's just NBA, you just not built for the NBA no more, man. You can't. But he's been playing, to his credit, he's been playing this year, like hadn't missed many games, MVP candidate as well. So but it's just a big if with them, man. So Denver, I trust Denver. And nobody else. I don't think things will easily break the way they did for LA. I think they're gonna get in. I don't think they'll break by having a Memphis team who was just distracted and everything else couldn't, and then Golden State they had the size advantage on them. I don't think these teams now don't have enough. Maybe they can get past OKC, but Minnesota, I doubt it. The Clippers, I doubt it. So I don't see a magical run for LA happening, or Golden State, just too small. Klay Thompson just not giving you enough, and it's just gonna be all Steph and that. They're just not playing well. They're playing better on the road this year, but playing a little better now. You got Draymond, yeah. Kuminga's been a nice addition, but not too experienced. So,
right.
Yeah. So the teams at the top, I pretty much trust a little more. Dallas. Not enough defense. I mean, Luka's a problem, but they made some trades. But he got to play more defense for one. They got to figure out another system. I mean, it's just like maybe he needs to start posting up and let somebody pass him the ball. Like give defenses another look. I mean, he just want to do it all. Like you got the moves to post up. Like just go post up, move without the ball a little bit.
Yeah, took LeBron a while to figure that out when he got to Miami.
And
just be a playmaker from the post.
Right. I mean, does he do that? I haven't seen him enough, but it seemed like it's just always out top. Bring the screen and roll. Let's get the matchup we want. I'm going to go to work. Throw it to Tim Hardaway, throw it to Kyrie, throw the lob. But in the playoffs, people figure that out.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, they not beat. Oh yeah, New Orleans. I guess they got still kind of young. They've been healthy, but they gonna probably have to take some lumps.
Yeah, I see they're in the 6th spot right now. Not sure how they're to hold it, but okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Out of the young teams that's in the West, who do you trust more, the Thunder or Minnesota? Or does it come down to coaching?
You can go ahead, Cornelius.
I would say it would come down to coaching. I probably give Minnesota maybe the edge a little. But I think it would come down to coaching and see if situational ball, see if they can adjust to whoever they have. You know. But yeah, and who's the better coach? That's up for you.
Yeah, they both first year coaches, so Yeah.
No, what you call remember? Minnesota's coach been there for a while. He been there longer.
Yeah, he been there longer, but Minnesota got more talent. They got more superstar talent. Maybe OKC got more young talent. I mean, it to me it's a toss up. It's like I don't know who I trust between them two. They both set they 2 and 3 in the West, but at the same time, they don't have the playoff experience to go up against some of these guys they're gonna be playing against some of these teams. So it's like, could they waste the season? Would they be wasting the season if they get bounced out in the first round, second round, or whatever the case may be, if they don't show up because they inexperienced in the playoffs?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be wasting the season. I just think it'll be a hard lesson learned. Obviously, if you're a high seed like that, you want to at least win one series, which they should be able to do. I mean, because Shai Gilgeous is a problem, and Jalen Williams, he been coming on strong too. But I think he's the one people saying, well, let's see if when we get in the series, what he's really made of. Holmgren's just a rookie, but playing well. And I think now them getting Hayward, that was a good move, but he's always so hurt. Get somebody there, a veteran with, I guess he got some postseason experience. I mean, mostly with Utah. So that was a good move, but I think they're gonna have to. I think they're a move away. I don't know if, like, my focus is going on Giddey. Like, I feel like he can be a point guard somewhere else. And if you move him, what do you bring in? Do you bring in? I don't know if you want to bring in, say, a Zach LaVine. DeRozan. I'm trying to think who will realistically be out there. I mean, do you want to bring in somebody like that? Or are you just gonna grow together? Kind of what OKC in the past did. They kind of grew together and ended up getting the finals. Yeah. So, but I don't.
But growing together is gonna pose a problem when it's time to pay everybody. That's the only issue.
That's true. So,
because that's what broke him up the first time. Harden was 6 man, and he felt like he needed to be a star, so they shipped him out and paid the other guy.
They need the size.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess at the time the size made sense because they still went. I mean, it was a game from the finals, like with just Durant, and even Westbrook is not as erratic as he can be at times. You still get a 3-1 lead on Golden State, but they got to the play-in last year, but they didn't advance. I think they might have won 1 game, but didn't win 2. I think the truth that we'll know more, much more be revealed by that first series or that second series, when your mistakes, people see what you are not good at, and they what do you do when they pick at it? Expose, perfect, exactly. You start getting exposed. The guys start showing who they really are when we playing you in a series, and it's because it's very different. And I think once that, then Sam Presti, they'll have to, and the coach, they're gonna have to make a decision to see how far they want to go, because the regular season, they're gonna learn the regular season. They know, but they don't know that the regular season is very different from the postseason. The further you go in the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think I would trust Minnesota a little more because they pushed Denver last year, even though it was a 5-game series. I mean, they pretty much had Memphis the year before that. They just played so stupid.
Right.
and Anthony Edwards wasn't what he is now. So
Yeah. Plus, I trust Mike Conley, a veteran point guard who can stabilize things in the playoffs. He's been there. He done been in plenty of playoff games, so he understands what's at stake. So that's an easy one now. You don't even have to come down to coaching with Minnesota because they got enough veteran players to get you over the hump.
Right, they do. And Gobert's been in the playoffs. But yeah, just the fact their defense. I mean, and they gotta say them in New York. They both got defense, but I think Minnesota has a deadlier weapon in Ant-Man than Brunson. I mean, Ant-Man's a weapon, a serious weapon to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Maybe I need to cut the game on because you watching the game?
Yeah, I'm actually watching on my phone. Yeah, I see the Easter up 15 right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Still mid second. But who do you like for MVP?
I like Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Ant-Man.
I think Embiid's out because he's hurt. He ain't gonna make the games.
Okay, well, yeah. Ant-Man.
First.
SGA.
First in the West.
Yeah. I mean, he got to get some love. If they finish one in the West, I think he wins MVP easy.
Okay. So right now, we got. Is this right? No, this got to be old. Trying to find something. I heard on NBA.com they had a list of. Well, I saw on Twitter there was a list of like the ladder that kind of guides it, and it's gonna come down to the media. So, cause I see, I mean, I know Embiid. He was balling. He was balling, but he got hurt. Going for a second, which I don't think he really deserved because his numbers in the playoffs drop off so bad. Like, because Embiid do a lot of foul hunting. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Now, he get buckets, but he'll come down and he'll rush into you and try to shoot real quick. I mean, I know you got to get those free throws up, but he'll do a lot of that. But then he kind of bail people out with that jump shot. He won't get on the post anymore. I don't understand what's going on, but he does have a new coach. But when you have a dropping off like 10 points off your average in the playoffs, I mean, 2-time MVP, nah. So, and then obviously, but he got hurt, so that kind of takes him out. To me, Giannis and Jokic, I don't know if. I know Jokic could become a 2-time champion, so I don't know if he has been getting those triple doubles, so Giannis.
Hold on.
Giannis. I don't know if there's been much special there. And then is it Ant-Man, Shai Gilgeous? I think. I don't know, Cornelius. I think they need some. I mean, we need a new MVP. I mean, Tatum. I mean, they got the best record. You got Brunson. You got Donovan Mitchell.
Who's leading the votes now?
Well, it's no official vote out. I'm trying to find the MVP tracker on NBA.com because it's kind of. I know there was a straw poll done recently by a voter, and they kind of start voting that way, and they'll talk about it on podcasts. But I haven't. I don't know what it specifically is. Let me see. Who do you like?
I see it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
They got Jokic 1, Shea 2, Giannis 3, Luka 4, Tatum 5, Kawhi 6, Sabonis 6, Mitchell, Durant, and then Anthony Davis. Top 10.
Wow.
If Shea gets it, then that's gonna give him.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell they leave out Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, what's you on NBA.com too, or you somewhere else?
Yeah, NBA.com.
When was this written?
Michael
Wright?
Wright, yeah.
Oh, this old though. It says November 25th. This old. It's a few months. So it's definitely changed since then. It's gotta be a what is search everything? It's the MVP ladder. How do you search on this site? Features. Here we go. Race to the MVP. I think I found it. Okay. Okay, here's the updated one. Okay. He just wrote one yesterday. Oh, that's what you was reading? Okay, so it didn't change. Okay. You see the one I'm talking about?
Let me go back.
You said Jokic won, Shea Gilgeous, Giannis, Luka, Tatum. Is that what you said? Or you said
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
That's
my bad.
what
My bad. I was at the wrong one. Okay. Wow. Okay, he's doing the 5 more. So
Yeah, then did the 5 more. Anthony Edwards ain't on neither 5. Halliburton either. That's crazy.
no, they up here. It says
Yeah,
5.
they just in alphabet. They
Yeah. I don't. Nah, dude. You have to take out Anthony Davis. You have to put. I mean, I know Sabonis getting triple doubles, but they're not first in the West. I mean, Durant. I mean, I think having Booker and Beal, that should push. I mean, he's pushed down, but yeah, you got to bring in Ant-Man and Brunson. I don't. Yeah. So Luka averaging 34. Okay, Giannis 31-11. First player in history to average 30 plus points on 60% shooting.
Man, this look like a this is like a church league game.
It just I just saw Dame hit one over Durant. It's not.
I just saw it.
Not much. Yeah, so I mean that's just one writer. So, but I mean there can be. Only thing there will be groupthink. So, I mean, so Shea Gilgeous being up that high, I mean that gives him a legit chance. I mean, I think
I ain't got no problem with him being that high. I got a problem with Anthony Edwards not even being on top 10.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you. I mean, what is the? Okay, so if it's what's the criteria is based on numbers. Pretty sure you got pretty good numbers. They got one of the best records in the West, the tougher conference. So, I mean,
They got the number 1 seed in the conference.
Right.
Minnesota does. And he's not even in the top 10. That you can't be serious. And Shea, they number 2, so I get him being in the top 10 or in the top 5 at that matter, but not to have Edwards in there at all.
Yeah.
I mean, why is Minnesota the number 1 seed in the West right now anyway?
Because of Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, but he's not even on the list in the top 10. You just mentioning him in the end.
Crazy.
Shit, Michael Wright might get my buff of the week.
All right, to be fair, let's look at Anthony Edwards. I'm gonna pull up his current stats. I know it can't be all about scoring.
No, they number 1 in the West, so I mean the stats at that point don't even matter, and it's Minnesota.
He 26 points a game, 47%, 30, almost 39 from 3. Yeah, so I mean the stats are most there for most part. I mean, I guess do they want 30? I mean, because I mean for
the number 1 team in the pull up what they was ranked, what they were predicted to be before the season. That ought to give you the telltale right there.
Yeah, because I mean I know Luka getting buckets, but they haven't been atop the conference the whole.
Yeah, they just trying to control the narrative. That's why I don't really get into all that group. You know, when writers and broadcasters and all go to pick and stuff, I'm like, man, whatever. I can see and look just like you can and come up with my own list.
Because I mean, now the fact that Luka's scoring the points he's scoring, that gives a little credence to it, but they need to be up higher. Like you need to be a 1 or 2 seed. Because I mean they
the number 7 seed, so that's not good enough.
Yeah,
you don't even get a home game in the first round.
Well, they got to play their way in, didn't they? First 2 on the road.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I know he's well liked. I mean, dude's nice, but he hasn't. I mean, the table's been set for him to get it, but he can't get like a 6 seed or better. Really, because remember, most times you need a 4, only outside of Westbrook and Kareem back in the day when players voted, you need to be like top 4 to get even MVP consideration now. And so for him to be higher than old dude is just wild. I mean, I guess it comes down to pecking order or storyline, like you said. I mean, it's just
trying to control the narrative. I'm telling you.
What comes in, what good stories. Sometimes what good story come into the league with.
They trying to feed the international flavor. The last 4 MVPs has been international players. Am I correct?
Yeah.
The narrative ain't gonna change until they start incorporating the international play into the NBA. They're trying to recruit. So what better way to recruit than market international players?
But I think I hear you on that, but I just think it's kind of their time. Like they just got the nice dudes. I mean, they were talking about if the All-Star game was international versus American, would they whip us? They don't have much defense, but they might whip us, especially depending on what side Embiid choose to play on. A lot of our guys are older now. I mean, besides, because think Shea Gilgeous not even he Canadian, Jamal Murray Canadian.
Mhm.
So what you got? Anthony Edwards, you got Devin Booker, you got Kawhi,
Halliburton,
yeah,
Durant.
Durant, but older, LeBron older. I mean, so
Bam Adebayo.
yeah.
But my whole thing is this. Okay, let's look at this. Minnesota, #1 team in the West. Anthony Edwards putting up 27 a night. He's not even in the top 10. Period.
Pretty whack.
Now you're just getting the Tatum treatment. I mean, or the Booker. Remember Booker? They was rolling with Chris Paul, but Devin Booker couldn't get it for nothing.
Well, hopefully, this extra motivation they can go to the playoffs and execute
Yeah.
and make their names, because like Paul George started making his name in the playoffs.
He did. Yeah.
So you do well in the regular season. When you get to the playoffs, that's when you start to make your legend. Because the Alexander guy, how you say his name?
Shea Gilgeous.
Shea Gilgeous.
Yeah, we've been seeing him for years. We didn't know if he was gonna be a scrub or not. He had NBA body. So now he's coming of age. But the playoffs, great the boys from the men. So if you feel slighted, go make that name.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to. What I'm trying to say, when you have to. Well, I guess it's a pecking order. I mean, you don't come in right away getting a certain amount of respect, but
Right.
sometimes you have to build up to it. You don't know.
We live in that era where you get, because they got to make stars. But like you're saying, we just need you to live up to that level, and we'll see who's home. It really comes down to who's hungry enough to like, let's say for me, James Harden, he pick and choose. Like, he's great in the regular season, but we've seen in the off season where he just check out. It's like, I'm done. And he doesn't get taxed for that or penalized for that. He's still like, he's great. No. Maybe this is the year where he'll stand up in the playoffs and and be like, not give up or tank. Maybe like with Kawhi leading the team, he might be on the right situation where they can hold him accountable.
Oh, he's in the perfect. I mean, he's the third option.
Right.
I mean, unless one of them go down.
Him being the first option is.
We done seen that.
Yeah.
And we done seen him as a second option. He didn't want to. He had him beat. I mean, I know he didn't like the system, but second, third option in Brooklyn. But I know his hamstring got hurt. But when that ball rolled in the backcourt, I don't know if y'all remember seeing that play. And dude for Detroit went and got the ball because James Harden just let it roll. He quit right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, he got off on his gimmick. I mean, in Houston, I mean, he was getting buckets, but once they figured out that foul baiting stuff and started changing the rules, you see where he's at now. I mean, and plus he's older now, to his credit, but he'll give you a game here and there, but he's still trying to maneuver the rules. There was a play where I think it was Jaden McDaniels was playing defense on him for Minnesota. Harden was trying to hook his arm. He ended up falling. They ain't even called a foul. It was like, you just trying to bait to get a call.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that was crazy. They let that go on for like 5 years. That made Harden.
Right.
Yeah. But now with him being like,
yeah, they changed the rule. They changed the Harden rule, so now he's not looking as
right. He wasn't making basketball moves to score the ball. He was trying to get the foul. But for the young guys, if they do get slighted for the MVP, just ball out, because they got because they're so young, these are their early Jordan years where they can go out, and just ball. No pressure to get a ring this year, but those superstar spots are open. The LeBron spot is open for being a face of the league. Curry's is coming up, so all the old guys are leaving. So now we're trying to see which young guy is going to pan out, and that comes down to like how much they care. How much they care. Who wants to separate from the pack? And this could be the year where where we say, okay, he's that guy, and they'll put their team on the map.
Yeah, because this is the beginning of it. I mean, Shai Gilgeous is showing you, Anthony Edwards. Who was the other person? Banchero's coming along.
Yo, Shai ain't got no respect. He posted up on his Instagram what he did to Steph, crossing them up. Like, young fella. He like young fella. Like, I like that. That might be some type of aggressiveness or ambition that we need as much as that, as much as we can at that, because sometimes the guy's so passive or friends or whatever. But he's putting on the show this season.
Yeah, I mean, you got Halliburton, you got pretty much all the all-stars. You got Tatum obviously been doing it. Donovan Mitchell, I think, is coming along. So the young talent is there. It's just about staying consistent with it. So these guys are coming. But I guess who's gonna take the top spot? Now, I don't know if Ja Morant still got a chance. He had the chance. He was there, but I don't know if he gonna be able to get over what he did. And then with him getting injured, that don't help. But he got to be on his best behavior. Because I mean, it was right there for him.
Yeah. There's levels to it, but if they stay healthy, you never know. It's just like you hope, but seasons are long, and you got to take advantage. So, like, I'm gonna get back next year, but you never know. So, see what happens. But I know I go way off, but I'm just hoping that Golden State can do something.
You're gonna be hoping.
I hope.
Hey man, Draymond help you, but Draymond giveth and Draymond taketh away, man. I mean, they re-upped on him, so
crazy.
That expensive backpack is costly.
Yeah.
It's costly, man. I mean, they gonna have to bust it down, or well, they see what it depends on what type of money they give Klay Thompson. You're probably gonna have to get rid of Wiggins. Maybe Kuminga if you want to get something. It just depends on what approach they want to take. I mean, is it more championships, or is it time to just rebuild?
Yeah.
Because I mean, with what they got in on the roster now, you're not. I mean, and they had their time. I mean, 4 championships, 8 years. I mean, 5 straight finals appearances. They had their time.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, it's a golden opportunity. When you come into teams like that and you filling in, you helping superstars, you coming to play for Steph. Case in point, Gary Payton Jr. Great situation, and because he took advantage of the situation, it's pretty much made his career. It put him on the map. So when you find those guys who really, like Kuminga, he's starting to come around. But you gotta, somehow you have to, like, and I think Draymond throws that off because he's not the guy, but he is the guy who will knock you out. So it's like, it's weird. It's like Steph's the guy, but want to shoot more shots, you gotta go talk to Draymond. So it's just, but you gotta have it where guys feel like they're gonna come in and gonna play hard, especially young guys. So whatever vet team do that, they're gonna have a good shot. But these young teams, maybe the only knock is they don't have the experience yet.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Go to state, they just bow, put a few pieces there. But at some point, age plays a part, injuries and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I just want to see some good series, some good basketball. I think it's gonna be great come playoffs. But we still got a ways to go. Is the race close? So the list that's in place now, it could change.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna change too much. I think who's like unless Utah or Houston come back alive, and then in the East, I mean, Brooklyn's not catching Atlanta, so as long as in Chicago, so as long as they don't slide off, they it's pretty much kind of almost set, barring some crazy injury or something or some crazy fall off. It's pretty much because I mean, guys gonna come back. They looking 30 games, a little less. It's time to go get it.
Yeah,
stay healthy.
It's like it's way past like half of the semester. Like been failing the whole semester. It's about a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause
yeah.
What you've been these past few months is pretty much what you're going to be at the end. I mean,
yeah.
But last thing, just Horace, who do you like for Rookie of the Year? I think it's gonna come down to Wembanyama and Holmgren, right?
Yeah, Wembanyama. I think it's a landslide.
You think?
I mean, I like Holmgren, but well, I don't know. Let me take that back. Because the Thunder has a way better record than San Antonio. I mean, did we expect really the San Antonio to make the playoffs this year? I mean, I didn't. But damn, I didn't expect them to be. I didn't expect them to be 11-44 either. Yeah,
they lost
I don't
18
know.
straight games or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe because of that, Holmgren may put some competition into that Rookie of the Year because he is. They are winning. They are winning because of him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I can't be so quick to put Wembanyama as the Rookie of the Year because he's the most anticipated. When you boil it down and look at it, 11 games won by San Antonio and 37 games won by the Thunder. Big difference.
Mm-hmm. But the fact that Holmgren got Shea Gilgeous on his team, that's gonna take something away.
Yeah.
And then the whole Wembanyama push. I mean, dude is impressive. I mean, I think he's more impressive when he's shooting, when he's dunking. I'm just like, that just looked too crazy. It just looked too awkward. Like, but people are impressed with this. It's something different.
Yeah.
But with
the
him,
NBA go control the narrative, so don't be surprised if it be a landslide with Wembanyama because he is an international player as well.
Oh yeah, I see it. I mean, I see a repeat of Carmelo and LeBron. Carmelo they had by equal stats. Carmelo got his team to playoffs and a tougher conference.
Mm-hmm.
But Rookie, I mean, I'm trying to think. I guess Mike Jordan was Rookie of the Year. I'm trying to think somebody who wasn't. Didn't Larry Bird beat Magic for Rookie of the Year, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, so it's a nice thing to have on your a piece of hardware to have on your shelf. I mean, next to your name on basketballreference.com. I mean, I get that. But to Wembanyama's credit, now he's averaging 20 and he's averaging 3.2 blocks. I think Holmgren's at let me see. Holmgren's at 2.6. And they only averaging about 17. So he playing winning basketball, but yeah, I doubt they reward him. I mean, usually the rookie of the year goes to a good player on a bad team anyway. And the fact, at least to Wembanyama's credit, he's averaging 20, blocking shots, being impressive. He's not like, man, we don't know about this guy. So I think he's giving them just enough. So, but I think
there's enough eyes on him, trust me.
Yeah, I mean they were. I'm just glad they stopped showing them on ESPN, because I was like, man, this team is sorry, man. They don't need to be on national TV this much. I know they wanted to show dude and it makes sense, but they were terrible. Like, come on, they were getting beat by like 20 and 30 points. So who do you like, Cornelius? You like one of them two, or because I don't think from Charlotte, Brandon Miller, I don't think he got a chance.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to the kid in San Antonio. Because of the branding and different things of that nature, you know, the business. But well, hopefully, we'll see as the years go on. You know, they build a team around him, see what he do. You know, see what he can do. Yeah, but my man in OKC, he can get his lick back by going to the conference finals. So. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna be playing, you know, in the postseason. You know, you can have that little war.
Yeah, because they've shown they don't like each other. I don't know how real it is, but I mean, it's good. Since you got this 7'5" dude, it's good to have another tall dude who can at least offset him. I mean, you don't want Wembanyama being the only alien out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want him just being out there, the only an alien out there. So, good for the future. I mean, something different. I mean, do stay healthy. I mean, this is NBA, and they get somebody beside him. You hear Trae Young. I think that's who Trae Young probably should play with. Somebody tall and big. Another a true superstar. I don't know who else, but somebody else want to make a move, because I don't see how the draft is looking, but you get him some other people next year. They need to be it would be good for them to be competing for a play-in.
Get him with Bronny.
No, don't. That boy. It ain't time to come out, man. I mean, I know your daddy pushing for it, but 5 points. I mean, it ain't. Not just saying it's just points, but
nah, it's real. No matter who your daddy is, you got to play with them. Your age group, That matter of fact, that make it put a target on your back. So he got to go out there and make them respect him. So I was just kidding, but he got time. He definitely don't got to leave for the money or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, his daddy want to play with him. He want to run with him.
That'd be nice, but ain't nobody. They talk about like they don't want it to be another. What's my man name? Thanasis.
Oh, like you talking about the nepotism?
I want it to be another situation, but yeah, man. The rookie of the year, one of those two, I think. Man, and it seems like so has it always been this way? I guess it has. Like All-Star comes with about 55 games in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you almost right at the playoffs when you come in. It's not half. It's more than halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, trade deadline gone and everything. So
it's
time to rock and roll after the All-Star game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and more people will be tuning in. Football is over, and we know it's less games, so less games is always good because it puts more eyes. It means more. 82 games is a long time. A lot of and it's just like, okay, yeah, see one game, okay, it's time to get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully everybody can stay healthy, and then it's time to roll.
Yeah, that's all we got, man. I appreciate y'all coming on.
Oh, no problem, bro.
Talking about it, man. Yeah, appreciate you, Horace, for coming on for the first time, man, and hopefully this won't be your last.
No sir. Let's get it. I do have one thing before we get up out of here, and this for my man Hamilton down here, Cornelius. If Steph Curry happens to run through the Western Conference and win this ring again this year with what he's got going on in Golden State,
yes, sir, this
would be the most gratifying, most accomplished ring that we can go back and say, this would be the Patrick Mahomes ring of all rings, because of what he had to endure. And what people has always said about him is, Durant has carried him. If it wasn't for Clay and Draymond and all this other kind of stuff, if he put this team on his back and win a ring with what he's got going on in Golden State, with the decline of Klay Thompson, with the decline of Draymond Green offensively, with Kevin Durant not being there, you can best believe his name. You can inch it into the GOAT conversation for sure.
Yeah, I think you can't. It's the only problem I see is like Curry's game is predicated on a lot of things. So it's like if he definitely needs help, and maybe not necessarily play. He needs Kuminga style play. It's almost like football. Like, you're not the fundamentals are always going to be bread and butter. Being able to get that easy 2 points, being able to stop penetration, and so when they rely on the three so heavy, at times it breaks down. And then now against a bigger team, it's like, so you got to have a mix, and hopefully Kurt knows, just a mix of a game plan where they can control the tempo, because I guess they're a little different now, where they're not so quick hitting like they were. Like, in times past, their offense was defense. Like pow, 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 9 points up, wait, timeout. You take that away, now you need to still, be able to, and that's what I felt like Kevin Durant extended Curry's career because for about 2-3 years, he didn't have to carry it,
when it broke down, you could give it to Durant and get out the way, and boom, 8 straight points, and you back where you need to be.
Right. And so
if they go sign somebody like a Dwight Howard or somebody like that to get rebounds and get it out and throw lobs, and because he can still run the floor.
That's what I'm saying.
He can still run the floor.
They probably, if they know what we know, go ahead and throw the dresser, throw the car keys, throw the bank if you want another ring, because it's going to be rebuilding after Curry, because you got a chance if you put the pieces in, because if Curry stays healthy, even more so when Clay was a factor, they create so many opportunities for others to score that just like with any other superstar, playing with them, you look great. You know what I'm saying? They get your money up, and then you go to another team and you look regular, because they create so many opportunities. So, but if he can do that, and they can rally around him, this would be a special ring. But it's crazy how the league changed so quick. Like, you was on top, and now we don't even know if you gonna make it.
Yeah, that is. Man.
We don't even know how you gonna go make it. But yeah, man, I love to see it. So I'm gonna be rooting for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there, man. Just kind of make you smile and welcoming me in for my first episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
I think we can get some bonding going on with that kind of conversation.
Yes, sir.
That's good stuff. Yeah, it'll be quite a feat. With all they've come through, that'd be crazy. I mean, that'd be one nobody's seen coming. Somebody may have put in a crazy bet, and that just hit that. That's what it'll be. Like, somebody will all be shocked.
Yeah. They just need to get to the playoffs. and then the old man skills and the experience might kick in, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how this thing winds on down. Like we said, less than 30 games for some. So we're gonna see how this how the West plays. I think the East is pretty much kind of set, but I would say the top of the West, who's gonna 1, 2, how high is Denver gonna finish, and these young inexperienced teams, Minnesota and OKC, will they be able to hold on? And will the Clippers stay healthy? Dame and Giannis, will they get on the road with Doc Rivers trying to figure stuff out? Boston keep going strong. Miami might come back up out of to a higher spot. So it's a lot of
so many good teams, so many good players. Like, you're gonna have to be a dog go get this in the playoffs. You can't close your eyes on nobody.
Yeah, so good matchups. Well, thank y'all as always, man. Thank y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all for the time, man.
No doubt, man. Let me know.
All right, man. We'll see y'all next time, bro.
All right, bro.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, now.
You too. Y'all have a good one. And yes, folks, that is another episode on the night of the All-Star Game. On behalf of Horace, Cornelius, and myself, thanks for watching this episode of the All Basketball Podcast. Please subscribe on Spotify and YouTube if you haven't. Until next time, peace and be blessed in Jesus' name.